Hi, my name is Shay, and if you've stumbled upon this video, you probably have these same questions in your head that you're wanting to know about. What is cybersecurity, and how does it affect you? Well, to get started, we need to define what cybersecurity is. Merriam-Webster defines cybersecurity as measures taken to protect a computer or computer system, as on the internet, against unauthorized access or attack. And these means can be either physical, digital, or fall into the category of human practices and habits. So, physical security entails physically securing access to a computer, either by means of securing the building through gates, fences, guards, access control measures such as badges, biometric scans, however, as well as securing the actual computer physically, like using a cable lock to lock a laptop to a podium, to a kiosk, or locking a computer physically in a bracket mount to itself on the desk, or locking a server rack into the building by way of concrete anchors and whatnot. Digital means of security are anti-malware, antivirus software that are kept up to date, running Windows Update on a regular basis and ensuring the downloads that are installed, ensuring the firewall is actually enabled and running and configured correctly on computers, and only going to trusted websites that you know are legitimate. Now, human practices and measures and habits are things that you can do as an individual to protect your computer and your work environment, and your personal environment for that matter. Whenever you walk away from a computer at work, or if it's at home, somewhere where you're not sure that somebody else can get access to your information, lock the desktop. And how you do that is by hitting the Windows key and the L button at the same time. Never ever write down your passwords. They should be complex, but not so complex that you can't remember them. And for passwords, don't use easily guessed items like anything that could be found in a dictionary. A lot of sites will have their own password requirements. Make sure you follow along with those. Confidential documents need to be shredded. If they have your date of birth, account information, social security number, anything that could compromise your personal identity needs to be shredded if you're done with it. And lastly, you need to be aware of your surroundings. Make sure somebody is not just walking through, peeking over your shoulder. Somebody's not like standing behind you when you're at the cafe. Whatever the case may be, just make sure you're keeping yourself aware of your surroundings. So now, how does this apply to you with your personal computers? First, you need to make sure you have antivirus, anti-malware software installed, and it needs to be kept up to date. Windows Update needs to be run on a regular basis, and the downloads need to be applied when they come in. Don't download unknown programs from untrusted sources unless you can verify that you know where the source comes from. Sometimes programs are not always signed by Microsoft, but make sure you know where they come from. Keep the firewall enabled on your computer. If you're at home, your firewall should be configured for a private network. If you're out in public, on a public Wi-Fi, it should be configured for the public. Number 5, do not leave your personal electronics unsecured. By that, don't leave your phone, your tablet, your laptop. Don't leave it just sitting out while you go to the bathroom, especially at Starbucks. Number 6, don't click on suspicious links in emails or go to suspicious websites through emails. And number 7 goes back to situational awareness. Make sure you know what's going on around you whenever you're out in public and you're on your personal devices. So, suspicious links, how to spot them. They'll usually be in the header or in the body of the address of the email. But if you hover over those links, if they're a legitimate link, they will actually they will show a link address to a legitimate website. If not, it's invalid. It's spam or phishing. So here's an example of a legitimate header address. It obviously comes from McAfee, and you can see that up in the very top. This one is a scam. This goes to some site with a .co.uk address. It's not legitimate. And when you go into the body of the email, if you look down at the very bottom, you'll see that that link, that Save Now button, comes up as a click.mcafee.com address, which is legitimate. This one takes you to some fake site. I mean, the email looks legitimate, but the site is definitely not. And I'm not clicking on that link to find out how illegitimate it is. And also, the real websites, the real emails will have an unsubscribe link. This thing is also, again, comes up as a click.mcafee.com address, which is legitimate. This one, however, is not. This takes you to that fake site, and you can end up having a really bad day. So with these things in mind, this will keep you from having bad experiences on the internet. There are going to be occasions where it may not be as easy or as clear cut to figure out what's real, what's legitimate, and what's not. But just double check, maintain situational awareness. So thank you for watching, and have a good day.